I recently hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. Way! And I went to see a lad I used to work with, and he was saying, how's your YouTube going? I said, yeah, I've got 192 followers. And he was like, 192,000? I was like, no, I've got 192. And he was like, oh, all right. And I felt a little bit disheartened and a little bit put off, but I think the point, and this is why I was making this video, as a bloke, unless you got into being an influencer or a YouTuber or whatever, unless you got into it at a very early stage of when it was a thing, I find it very hard to get traction no matter what you talk about, no matter what you do. Different how-to videos, things about cooking and all different subjects. Anyway, the point I'm making is, and I don't want to sound too much like Andrew Tate, because I know he goes on about how men have such a hard time, but if you probably compare a similar age person to me, but a female, I bet you she hit more subscribers, more views, more hits, more comments, fortunately probably more hate, but I bet you they have an easier route to becoming an influencer or online, not celebrity, because that's not really what I'm going for, but to have a presence online. And I think that is what, when Andrew Tate has mentioned things in the past, that men do have quite a difficult time in certain situations. And what I find with men and women, men versus women, I don't want to make the video about that, but I feel like women, not all women, but some women have quite an easy path when they're younger through the work world and through world in general, and they have quite an easy path laid out before them. And I feel like men have to work harder to get this similar kind of level of whatever it may be. But I feel like as things go on, roles kind of switch as time goes on, and as women get a bit older, that kind of starts to tail off a little bit. But as men get older, and I think it's probably with men, they find themselves a little bit more, they get a bit more confident in their skin, they get a bit more confident with what they've done, what they're capable of and who they are, and they take a bit of strength from that, and the confidence and the charisma or the power kind of grows as they get a little bit older, whereas it kind of seep off a little bit for women, probably because they feel like they're not at their best. But when men are at their best in their younger years, I don't feel like they get the credibility, the rewards, and maybe the stature is maybe the wrong word, but I don't feel like they get it at younger age. I feel like it comes in like sort of 30s to 40s. It's a bit like a fine wine. They start to mature, and I think really get took a bit seriously. Maybe it's we're to blame for that. Maybe it's we're just absolute idiots when we're younger and we dress like absolute tracksuit warriors or something. I don't know. Maybe women are a bit more mature and a bit more together when they're younger. But yeah, I do feel like if I was in a position, but I was a female, I think I'd be in the thousands, if not tens of thousands. But bearing in mind the amount of videos I put out for the time that I've been doing it,